Hi students, so this is teacher Alvin and today we will be doing October-November 2021. So the course code is 0580 IGCSE Maths Extended. Variance is 1, okay, paper 2. So let us start doing question 1. P is a prime number where P is larger than 60 and is less than 80. Okay, that's how you translate this. And also to take note, P is 2 less than a square number. Find the value of P. Okay, so we have to calculate the number for P. So we have to find out all the prime numbers first. So 61, so write down all the possibility. 62, no. 63, no. 64, no. 65, no. 66, no. 67, I think it's a prime number. 68, no. 69, no. 70, no. 71 is the next prime number. 72, no. 73, possibly, right? 74, 75, 76, 77, no, cannot. 78, cannot. 79 is the next possibility for prime number. And then that's it. So there are only 5 suspects here. These are all the prime numbers larger than 60 and less than 80. Okay, then we have to read this question. P is also 2 less than a square number. So find out the square numbers now. Remember that square numbers are basically you go and square 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the result are square numbers. So what do I mean by that? 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, so on so forth. So let's write the square numbers. 36, 49, and the next one is 64. What else? 81, what else? 100. Okay, so we are going to find out which are the square numbers. From this list, right, I can see the closest is 64 first. 64 minus 2, you are not getting 62. The result here is 61, so it's not this one. The next square number to check is 81. So you minus 2 off, see if there's any answer here. Yes, we do have 79. It's 2 less than a square number. So from this square number, minus 2, we get this 79. So it's definitely 79. Alright. Now, do not erase any of these working because you look at the question over here. It's a 2 marks question, right? So all these numbers will be marked and they will see how you solve this question. So 79 is the answer. Hank flies from Los Angeles to Shanghai. I have a question to you. How do you pronounce this? Is it Los Angeles or Los Angeles? Comment below, right? You're going to teach teacher how do you pronounce this word. Okay, so A. The flight departs on Friday, 22nd July at 21:40. The flight takes 13 hours, 35 minutes. The local time in Shanghai is 15 hours ahead of the local time in Los Angeles. Find the day, date, and time in Shanghai when Hank's flight arrives. Okay, there are 2 things that you need to pay attention for over here. You have to know that every 60 minutes is 1 hour, right? The basic. And every 24 hours will be 1 day. Alright, you move on to the next day after 24 hours of time. Alright, so we have to do some addition here. 13:35. So this is the hour system. This is the minute system. You have to add to 21:40. Okay, your flight will take 13 hours 35. You have to add to this current time at 21:40. Alright, it's night time, 9 o'clock, 40 minutes. Alright, so we have to do the addition right now. Now, if you do like the normal addition, you should get 75. Alright, 75. But however, remember every 60 minutes, you need to add 1 hour. So if I were to minus 60 minutes from here, right, your balance is 15 minutes. So you write down your balance, and this 60 minutes here, push to here, add 1 hour. Right, because every 60 minutes will make up to 1 hour. So I put 1 hour over there. Alright, now if you were to do the normal addition, right, 13 plus 1, that will be 14. 14 plus 21. So you do like 21 plus 14, that will be 35. But we don't write 35 because every 24 hours will become the next day. Okay, so I will minus off 24 from 35. Your remainder right now is 11 o'clock the next day already, right? 11 o'clock the next day. So Friday has now changed to Saturday, right? Saturday the next day, 23rd July. The next day, 11 o'clock in 15 minutes. All right. So we have done the working so far. Let's read the next passage. The local time in Shanghai is 15 hours ahead. Ahead means you have to add a further 15 hours. So you have to continue with our working. Add 15 hours to this. Right, so your minute has nothing else to do. You bring it down. Alright, here 11 plus 15. So you can do like this first. That will be 26. Once again, after every 24 hours, you need to add one more day, right? So you minus 24 hours, balance 2. So your remainder is 2, and after 24 hours, have to change to another day. So it's now Sunday. So it will be Sunday 2 a.m. Definitely, 0, 2, and 15 minutes. So let's write the final answer. Day will be a Sunday. Your date is 2 days later. We were traveling from Friday, now change to Sunday. So add 2 more days, it will be 24th July. And your time will be 0215. 0215. That means 2:15 a.m. Okay, so that's how you do question 2. Question 3, calculate this. Okay, wow, 1 mark only. So this is just a calculator practicing. Okay, so if you're using the FX570 ES model or 991 ES model, you have this function to do your fraction. So you just key in 4.87 minus 2.7. Okay, then go downward. Just type exactly. Be careful. Negative 0.2 plus. Okay, for cube root, right, you need to press shift followed by this. And then fill up 0.729. 0.729. Okay, so once you are done checking exactly the same, press equal followed by this button S to D 3.1. Okay, so that is the answer, 3.1. So this one is just a calculator practicing game. Question 4 is a stem and leaf diagram. Let's read the question. The number of items that each of the 22 people buy in the supermarket is shown in the stem and leaf diagram. Alright, so the most important thing is you must understand the key. 1 followed by the slash or divider. 1 represents 11 items. A. Find the mode. Mode means your highest frequency or appear most times. Okay, so highest frequency. Find out which one appear most time. 16 appear 2 times. You can see 16 appear 2 times. 22, wow, appear 3 times. 22, 22, 22. Okay, and the rest just appear 2 times or 1 time. So definitely it's 22 mode. Okay, this one appear 3 times. Okay, find the median. Alright, so median means the middle value. Middle value. Oh, it's a 1 mark question. Alright, that means no need to do working. Okay, so for 22 people or 22 data, the median you have to find the positioning. Okay, so the positioning, the formula is your number of data plus 1 divided by 2 th. I always write the word or the letter th to remind myself, right, the positioning. So this is actually 23 divided by 2. Okay, so just use calculator. 23 divided by 2. We are looking at the 11.5 data. Okay, 11.5 data. That means it's in between 11 and the 12 data. Okay, find out the 11 and the 12 data. Where is it? This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, the 11th data is 29. Remember that? 11th data is 29. The 12th data is 31. Okay, so your median. Okay, I supposed to do the working downstairs. Never mind. I will add these two numbers. So 29 plus 31. Then you divide by 2. So I am looking at 30, I think. Okay, just use your calculator. 29 plus 31, and then you divide it by 2. Okay, so 30 indeed. So log in the final answer, 30. So that is how you do median. Question 5. The table shows the relative frequency of the games won by the football team. Alright, I can see a table is given to you. The number of games lost is twice the number of games drawn. Complete the table, and it's a 3 marks question. Now, pay attention, yeah. I have 2 things to fill up, but the final score that is being graded to you or given to you is a 3 marks. It means that you have to show working somewhere. And you can see that there's a lot of spaces given to you. Okay, so that's how you do past year question. Now, to do this question, you must know the total probability must be equals to 1. Alright, remember that. Total probability must be equals to 1. So 0.1 is the probability that the football team will win. Alright, so you have 2 more blanks to fill. So your first step for this working step is 1 minus 0.1. So you will need to fill up 0.9 left. These 2, alright, added up together will be 0.9. Remember that, okay? So these 2 added up will be 0.9. I will read this clue for you. The number of games lost, which is this column, is twice the number of games drawn. Alright, so basically we need to use ratio also. Now, to dissect the information, the ratio is 2 times more than drawn, right? So the ratio is 2:1. Total parts is 3 parts, okay? So your next working should be 0.9 divided by 3 parts. Find out 1 part is how much. Okay, so you can use your calculator for this. 0.9 divided by 3. So for every part is 0.3. So the losing part is having 2 parts. That could be 0.6. Drawn will be using 1 part only. So that is 0.3. So you see, it makes sense now. These 2 added up to 0.9. And loss is 2 times more than draw. Alright, so that's how you do question 5. Question 6 is a bearing question. So let's read. The scale drawing shows the position of 2 towns, P and Q. The scale is 1 centimeter represents 4 kilometer. Alright, so if you can check out the marking scheme that I wrote over here, M1, which is the method 1, it's for 8 centimeter to 8.4 centimeter seen. I don't believe we can get until 8.4. Why don't I show you? You see that teacher already drew the line, and let's start to measure. So if you have done this question, let me know in the comment section, right, whether you can get more than 8. I keep getting 7.9 as you can see, right? So I'm not sure how exactly they can go until 8.4, right? There's no way. I printed out this in dynamicpapers.com, and this is the paper that I get, right? So second mark is you take your measurement times 4. So if teacher were to do this question, right, I will do 8 times 4, then you will get 32 kilometer. Alright, so teacher will actually show this. Question B, measure the bearing of town Q from town P. So this one you need to use your protractor. So let's go back to the diagram. Alright, from P, measure to Q. But let's go through the 3 rules of bearing first. The first rule is you must start from north line. So the north line has been drawn for you. The second rule is clockwise, and the third rule is your final answer must be in 3 digits. So what you have to do, right, you have to measure this bearing from clockwise touching this line. So we have to measure this angle over here, theta lah, we call it theta. Okay, so in order to measure, right, you need to flip your question paper like this, making sure that the straight line is actually facing you. Then use your protractor, place until you can find the nice fit. Alright, so that is how teacher get exactly same like the marking scheme. This is 65 degree, right? You can check exactly same 65 degree. So don't forget the final answer, right? You will have to write in 3 digits because that is the rule of bearing. So you have to write 065. So this one we can get exactly same. Question C. Town X is 28 km from town P on a bearing of 140 degree. On the scale drawing, mark the position of X, and it's going to be 2 marks, right? So first thing is to understand this information. Using the scale of 1 centimeter to 4 kilometer, right, you will understand that this actually have to divide it by 4. Then you will need to draw 7 centimeter. Okay, you need to draw 7 centimeter from P. Next thing is to aim for 140 degree from town P. Always remember the keyword from town P. So what you have to do, okay, so I will need to extend this straight line down. So wait up. I need to extend, so try your very best. Okay, extend. I will draw dash line instead. So draw dash line. Okay, once you are done, right, put your protractor at point P. Alright, so once you are happy with the positioning, right, find 140 degree. So looking from left to right, so 140 is over here. Okay, I am trying my very best. So you mark a point at 140 degree, join from P. So join from P. Alright, so you try to extrapolate or pull the line longer. Never mind, we can always erase and repair our answer. So try to aim for 7 centimeter from point P. Alright, so here I am making a point over here. Okay, then here you can put a dot to show the positioning of town X. The rest of this, right, remember to erase because we extrapolated. It's more than enough, so we have to erase this part. Okay, where's my eraser? Okay, coming. Here. Alright, erase. Okay, try your very best. Almost there lah. Okay, so here mark down your point X or town X. And when I do this kind of question, right, I always try to make sure the examiner won't be penalizing me, right? So I will still label 7 centimeter, and you know, I will just go ahead and label here 140 degree. So in this case, right, there's no way the examiner gonna penalize any of our marks because we got labeled every single thing, right? See? So that's how you do question C. Question 7. Without using a calculator, work out this mixed number plus another fraction over here. You must show all your working and give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. Now, even though the question say without using a calculator, right, just use it because the invigilator cannot be taking this and confiscate away, right? So always use your calculator. And now I'm going to show you a mistake done by the student. I always observe the students typing calculator and I realize they do this. Okay, here's the mistake. So they will key in this button. Okay, so they put in 5/6 and then they press the left button here until it goes here and then they put 1. Alright, then they will click on the right arrow and continue to type the question 2/5. Okay, now on the calculator screen it looks correct. Can you see? It looks correct. So let's press equal. The answer on the calculator is 37/30. 37/30. As I mentioned, this is actually wrong and it's a mistake. Okay, so the correct way of typing in the calculator is actually like this. Now notice that there is actually mixed number fraction on top. You need to click shift followed by this button. Now only you get to type the mixed number in. So let's type 1 5/6. So this is supposed to be the correct way. Plus, now fraction, click on this button, 2/5. Just to prove to you that the answer is going to be different, 67/30. So 67/30. This is the correct answer, but it's not in mixed number yet. Remember, we have to report in mixed number. Okay, so let's do this question. First step, change the mixed number always to improper. So let's start 1 times 6 plus 5. That will give me 11/6. Let me erase this. Okay, there's something there. Okay, plus 2/5. So 3 marks, right? One of the marking will be knowing how to change to improper. Next step, when we want to do fraction plus fraction, the denominator will have to be the same. So the next step is to change it into same denominator. The first fraction times 5 times 5. The second fraction times 6 times 6. So let me do that. Okay, here you will get 55 over 30 plus the second fraction will be 18. Oh, no, 12. Okay, 12 over 30. Okay, so now go ahead and add these two together. You should get 67 over 30. Okay, notice that we actually already knew the answer from the calculator. Indeed, we show our working to get this. So your second marking will be here, making the denominator same. Last is you changing into a mixed number. Okay, so do you know how to change this to a mixed number? Alright, let's use our calculator. 2. So the front number is definitely 2. Okay, now we have to use manually like this just to prove to you. Okay, so 2 times 30, so you get 60, balance 7. This is the mixed number 2, then 7 over 30, like that. 7 over 30. So that is the final answer, 2, 7 over 30. Okay, so I have to write the 2 nicer, just write it like this, bigger. Okay, so there you go, this is question number 7, third mark is here. To solve the simultaneous equations, you must show all your working. So I love simultaneous equation, it's actually 3 marks for me. So how do you do that? It's actually use your calculator, press mode 1 time, go for number 5, equation. So your simultaneous equation is looking like your number 1. Okay, see number 1 is all linear, so click number 1. You'll be given 2 lines. So A is 4, the first one, press equal, then minus 2, careful, negative 2, and this one is minus 13. C is minus 13, press equal. So the second line, X is minus 3, so A is minus 3, press equal, B is 4. Equal, finally positive 11, press equal, again equal. So X is minus 3, quickly write it down, X is minus 3, and then what is your Y value? Press equal again. So Y is half or 0.5, up to you. Alright, so I will write 0.5. Okay, so you already scored 2 marks by writing the correct answers. Now we just have to find out the working. In your working, right, you can choose either your elimination method or you want to use substitution method. It's really up to you. So I will choose elimination this time. So let us start. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. So for elimination, one of the terms must be the same. So I have to make my y become similarly like 4y. Okay, so from 2y need to become like 4y. I will have to make equation 1 times 2. So let me transform equation 1. This will become 4x times 2, 8x minus 2y times 2 will be minus 4y. This one times 2 will be minus 26. So you notice like your equation 1 has now become equation 3. Okay, now copy back your equation number 2 right below so that you can see clearly. This is plus 4y. And then 11 you are going to copy back. This was actually coming from equation 2. Saw that? Okay, so how to eliminate 4y and 4y over here? One is a negative 4, another one is plus 4. So what you can do is you add both of the equation 3 and 2 right now. So we are going to do that. Equation 3 plus equation 2. Go. So 8x plus negative 3, you will get 5x. These two will cancel off each other. Negative 4 plus 4 will be cancelling each other. Minus 26 plus 11, that's how you get minus 15. Okay, so now this one multiply, bring it over there, will become minus 15 over 5. And that is how you get x equals to minus 3. So make sure your working will actually lead to the answer. We already knew the answer beforehand, remember that? Okay. So after you found the x value, now you are going to find a y value. So you're going to substitute either in equation 1 or 2, that's really up to you. So sub x equals to minus 3 into, let's select equation 2. Okay, equation 2. So minus 3, now copy back your negative 3 value into here. Negative 3 plus 4y equals to here 11. Okay, so minus 3 times negative 3 will become positive 9 plus 4y is 11. So bring 9 towards the other side. Okay, I need to write here 4y equals to 11 minus 9. So continue to bring your working. And now we have to bring 4 towards the other side to become divide. So 2 over 4 simplify to be half or 0.5. Okay, so you already show your working and it's already tally with y equals to 0.5. So that's how you do simultaneous equation. When you look at 90-degree triangle like this, right, you need to suspect two formula. The first one is Pythagoras theorem. The second one is trigonometry. So I look at this question, we are supposed to find angle, right? This is definitely trigonometry. So let's start. So opposite of x, it's over here. The drawing not so beautiful. Right, it's over here. We do not know. And this 90-degree tells us that 12 is the longest side, that is the hypotenuse. If here is opposite, then number 7 centimeter over here is adjacent, right? So we have to use cosine, right? Cosine. So let us start. Cos x equals to, now your side of your adjacent 7 centimeter, 7 over the hypotenuse, that will be 12. Okay, so I have to find x, then it's going to be shift cos, then you use 7 over 12 in a bracket. Alright, so here is just calculator work. Hold on. Alright, shift cosine and then your fraction 7 over 12. Click 7 over 12 bracket, and let's see what it is. Okay, I am looking at a lot of figures over here. You remember IGCSE minimum is 3 significant figures, so 54.3. That will be the most minimum, 54.3. Okay, so that is correct. That is number 9. Let's look at question 10. Right, a regular polygon has an interior angle of 174 degrees. Find the number of sides of this polygon. Alright, always highlight the keyword. You are supposed to be given the interior angle, so that is a clue. You need to use the interior angle formula, and the real question is find the number of sides. So first step in doing geometry is to write the formula. Okay, so let us start. Interior angle formula is bracket n minus 2 times 180 degree divided by the number of sides n. Okay, and here is number of sides. Then the next step is to fill up your information. So 174 degree is your interior angle, so put it over here. And here you need to expand. Okay, so if I write in this form, maybe you can see clearly to expand. Okay, so we expand the top part, and this bottom part we kick it towards this side to become multiply. Alright, so watch. 174 n, because I already moved this towards the other side, equals to, here you expand. So 180 n minus 360. Go. Alright, and then here you remember to move left and right. Watch. Minus 360, shift it toward here. So here we'll get 360. 174 n, shift it towards here. So this is how I get 180 n minus 174 n. Okay, so we are almost there. 360 equals to 6n. So I can rewrite like this. 6n equals to 360, and the last step we have to do, divide by 6. So 360 divided by 6, just use your calculator, right? And teacher is looking at 60 sides. N is 60 sides. Okay, so I will just write sides. Okay, there you go. That's the answer. Question 10. Alright, let's move on to question 11. Line L has an equation y equals to 4 minus 5x. Find the equation of a line that is perpendicular to line L and passes through the point 0, 6. So I will highlight the keyword perpendicular. it means that your formula for gradient will have to find the second gradient. Okay, so use this formula: m1 times m2 is -1. Remember this, when you do perpendicular you have to use this formula. Okay, let us start. So you write your equation. Okay, so if I were to write in the form of y equals to mx plus c, so I will write like this. You can clearly see that the gradient, right, is -5. Your gradient of this line is -5. Alright, so we need to use this formula right now to find our m2 whenever we do a perpendicular question. So we are going to substitute m1 is -5, m2 is the one that we want to find, equals to -1. Alright, so in order to find m2, you're going to move this towards the other side. m2 is -1 divided by -5. You are getting positive 1/5. Okay, so that is your gradient of your perpendicular line. Alright, next step is to write y equals to mx plus c. So replace m over here plus c. Okay, now use your coordinate given to you, or the point given to you, substitute into your y and x respectively, so that we can find c, your y-intercept. So 6 goes over here, 1/5 multiply with 0. Okay, I can see now. So you straight away get c equals to 6. Alright, don't forget the question is find the equation, so you have to write the equation now. So y is equals to 1/5x plus 6. There you go. So these 3 marks right here is definitely finding your gradient, finding your y-intercept, and that is the correct answer for here. One more mark. Question 12. Chai invests some money. By the end of the first year, the value of investment has decreased by 35%. Ouch. By the end of the second year, the value of the investment has increased by 40% of its value at the end of first year. This one very important. You have to use back the first year's value. Find the overall percentage change in the value of the investment. Okay. So I want you to remember, for IGCSE, you only have your simple interest or your compound interest. So how to know whether we are using your simple interest or compound interest? Very simple for this question. You can see some fluctuations. You can drop by 35% for the first year. You can increase by 40% the second year. So when you have fluctuations, that means that it's not simple interest. Simple interest will be consistently the same percentage. So when I see different percentage, this is definitely compound interest, right? You are going to use compound interest. Alright, now this question can be quite, I will feel challenging for the student because you are lacking of information over here. So Chai invests some money. They never tell you how much Chai invests, right? So this one is a critical thinking question. I will suggest the student just to give an amount. So I will suggest you to try 1,000. So whether it's like your $1,000 or for Malaysian it will be 1,000 ringgit. Okay, just use the numbers to do your calculation. Assume it's 1,000. Whenever you have another extra information, mathematics becomes easier to do. Alright, so let's lay out the compound interest formula for the first year. Okay, compound interest formula. A is principal 1. Careful, your first year you are actually having some losses, decreased by 35%. So here you have to put minus. If you are gaining money or you increase in your investment, then here will be plus. Okay, remember that. So interest rate over 100 to the power of t. Okay, you can actually fill up your t and your principal amount. Okay, so I'm going to replace that so that you can see the formula. Time is year by year, so it's just 1 year. After 1 year, alright. Principal, as I mentioned, assume is like $1,000. So I'm going to put in 1,000. Alright. If you don't do any assumption, you cannot do calculation. So we can start doing calculation now. 1,000, copy back. Alright. What is this on your calculator? Alright. You click on 35 divided by 100. Press equal. And then take 1 minus answer. Okay, so press your here S to D, you get 0.65. So this is 0.65. Multiply by 1,000. Type times 1000, that will be 650. So it's quite painful. Alright, you invest 1000, after 1 year the value is 650. Yeah, you actually lost 35%. So let's continue the second round. The value of the investment have increased by 40% using your value of your first year, right? So for the second year, you repeat your compound interest formula, but now using your first year's value. So you cannot use 1000 for P, but use 650. Okay, now your value increase means your formula put a plus. So what is your interest rate this time? 40. Interest rate 40 divided by 100 to the power of time. Your time is again year by year basis, so it's 1. Alright, so let's find out the second year, how did the value change. Alright, so use your calculator, watch. 40 divided by 100 plus 1. Okay, press this button, 1.4. So you do 650 times 1.4. Let's check it out. Times 650. Okay, 910. So after second year, your value of investment is now 910. I invest 1000 and after second year, I'm only getting 910. I have already lost some money still. After second year, I still lose money. Okay, so let's read the original question now. The overall percentage change in the value of investment. So how much you have earned or lost, you need to do your calculation. 1000 minus, after second year is 910, divided by your original value that you invest, which is 1000, multiply by 100% because this question is asking about percentage, right? So we need to times 100%. So we are going to use our calculator here. 1000 minus 910. So we are having 90. Okay, the difference is 90 over your original amount, which is 1000, times 100%. So what is this? What is the difference? Divide by 1000 times 100%. Okay, 9. 9. So the percentage change is 9%. And I'm looking at the past year answer scheme, right? There is a bracket. So it means that it's not necessarily showing. You can show just 9%, you'll be given correct. But if you'll be better, right, it'll be a better answer if you put a minus there. That means you show that you're actually losing 9%, right? So that's how you do question sharp. You need to do some assumption. Solve. Whenever I see the word solve means you need to find the value of the algebra x over here. Okay, so anything at the bottom kick towards this side to become multiply. So 5 move here, become like this. In a bracket, 4 minus 3x. So everything else you just copy back, okay? Now, this line right here shows that 5 have already been moving to the left to become multiply. Expand. Now we need to expand or multiply, right? So 20 minus 15x. And then you continue to copy your inequality, larger or equal to 6 minus x. Okay, so from here, I will try to make my algebra x all on the left, the numbers all go to the right. So minus x, shift it here. Minus 15x, move it here, become plus x. Inequality, copy 6, copy, alright, 20 from a positive or plus, move here to become minus. Alright, so I'm already moving the terms left and right. Okay, simplify. So minus 14x. Inequality, copy 6 minus 20 minus 14. Alright, okay, here is the tricky part. You notice the next movement is actually to move minus 14 towards here, right, towards the right hand side. Remember this, when you move inequality, divide by a negative number, your inequality symbol will have to be reversed. Okay, so this symbol right here will reverse direction. So we are going to write like this, x, reverse the direction, and then negative 14 divided by negative 14. So x is less or equal to positive 1. So that is the thing that I want to highlight to you. Alright, so x is less or equal to 1. Alright, correct. That is question 13. Let's move on. Question 14. This is variation. Right, y is inversely proportional. Okay, so we have to highlight this keyword, inversely proportional, to the square root of x minus 2. Remember to highlight this as well, square root. Right, so let us write the variation. Okay, inversely proportional means 1 over, alright, 1 over, and then here square root. They wrote it in English word, but you remember square root is this, bracket x minus 2. Alright, so this is the first step. So in order to change this proportion symbol into equal, you need to multiply with constant k. So k over square root, copy back x minus 2. Okay, now we can continue with our second line. When x equals to 4.25, y is 12. Substitute. This is 12. K is the step that you need to find right now. Square root. X is 4.25. So use a bracket. 4.25 minus 2. Close. Okay. So continue to solve and find the value of k. So I need to use calculator over here. Alright. So click 4.25 minus 2. Minus 2, press equal first and then square root answer. Alright, so teacher get 1.5. Okay, so you saw the way I press, not too fast. Okay, so anything at the bottom, kick towards the side. So k is 12 times 1.5. 12 times 1.5, so times 12, 18. Alright, k is 18. The moment we found the k value, rewrite, substitute your k into with the value of 18. So this equation you copy first, x minus 2. Alright, so now find the value of x when y is 3. So you need to replace y with 3 and you are going to solve for x. So you notice mathematics, you need to keep carry your working downwards. Okay, so anything at the bottom, remember to kick towards the other side, become multiply. Just do that. Just do that. Square root x minus 2, then this is 18. Okay, watch how I move. So here is multiply. I'm going to bring 3 back towards this side. So square root x minus 2, just maintain. 18 divided by 3. Okay, so multiply, I move back 3 towards this side. So square root, keep bringing your working downwards. 18 divided by 3, 6. Okay, next movement is this, like a house on top. You need to move square root towards this side to become square. So I am writing 6 square and you are going to solve. This is 36. Move minus 2 towards this side. That's how you get 38. Alright, so I checked the answer is indeed correct. So there you go. This is question 14. Question 15, arguably the hardest question in this October-November 2021 series, right? So let's read the question. The diagram shows 3 shapes that are mathematically similar. The height of the shapes are in the ratio small, medium, large. So small, medium, and large in the ratio of 1, 5, and 8. Find the ratio of shaded area to total unshaded area. Give your answer in its simplest form. Alright, first thing you have to understand is they give you the height ratio. So this is like a length ratio and the units are in centimeter. We can't use this ratio because whatever ratio that they wanted at the end must be an area ratio, right? So the unit that you are aiming for is actually centimeter square. Okay, so what you have to do, right, all your numbers over here will have to be squared. Okay, so let's do area ratio. So this is something similar to your map ratio. Okay, so your small, medium, large, I am just gonna square everything here. So 1 square, your area is still gonna be 1 ratio, right? Now 5 square, this is going to be 25. And finally the large area, you square it, you will get 64. So we need this new ratio over here. Okay, so next thing you have to remember is how to find the shaded area. So I already demonstrated here. I drew the large rectangle, red color, and a smaller rectangle, which is the blue or cyan color, and I shaded the area over here. So how to find this shaded area, right? You need to take the large area of the rectangle minus of the smaller area of the rectangle. That's how you will get this shaded region. Okay, remember this concept first. Let us start. So in order to find the shaded area, let's do that first. Shaded area. Now, shaded area is the medium one. You take your medium area, right, the ratio number, minus of the smaller ratio number for this smaller area. Okay, that's how you get this shaded area. So let's take the medium one, 25, minus of your here 1. Okay, so your shaded area is actually 24. Where do I get this? This is actually coming from 5 square just now. And where do I get this? This is actually from 1 square. Okay, so you show your working. We get 24. Now your unshaded area, observe, basically it's everything inclusive of here minus of your shaded area. So you take your larger rectangle here or larger flag here minus of the shaded area. Alright, that's how you get the unshaded area. So I'm going to take the total of 8 square minus of your shaded area, which is 24. So basically we are doing 64 minus 24. So your unshaded area is 40. Alright, so you take the bigger flag area minus of the shaded area. That's how you get the unshaded part. Okay, so we are going to write the ratio now. They say shaded area first. So 24 ratio to the total unshaded area, which is 40. And then you slowly simplify from here. Alright, so teacher slowly simplify. I can see can divide by 4. So this will become 6. This one divided by 4 will become 10. Okay, simplify your ratio again, can be divided by 2. So your ratio now simplified to become 3:5. Okay, so write down your final answer, 3:5. That's the final answer for this question. Question 16. Find the nth term of each sequence, 8 to 15 to 34 to 71 to 132, so on and so forth. Alright, and the second one is a fraction kind of sequence. Okay, so for IGCSE, right, you only have 5 kinds of sequences, whether it's linear, quadratic, cubic, geometric, or Fibonacci. Alright, the thing about sequence is the student need to find out what kind of sequence they are trying to ask you over here, right? So in order to find out what kind of sequence is this, right, I always ask the student to use a pencil to do some preliminary checking. Okay, so I want you to imagine that I am using a pencil which I will erase later. Alright, so how to check what kind of sequence is this, right? You are going to check how 8 become 15. The pattern is actually plus 7, the increment is 7. 15 to 34, that the increment is actually plus 19. Okay, you can use your calculator to assist you. Alright, let's say the number are kind of large, right? So you are going to use 71 minus 34. Alright, so the increment is plus 37. Alright, once again use your calculator. 132 minus 71. Okay, so you saw the increment is plus 61. Right, now after checking one round, if it is like plus 7, plus 7, plus 7, plus 7, consistent increment, then that is linear. However, in this case, we already checked it's not the same, it's not linear, it's not the same consistency, so you know it's not linear out. Alright, now we're going to check one more time using these values. Right, 7 to 19, that will be plus 12. 19 to 37, that will be plus 18. 37 to 61 will be plus 24. Okay, so again, teacher check, I don't see any plus 12, plus 12, plus 12. There is no consistency. It's not the same pattern of increment. So again, it's not quadratic. Let's check one more round. Right, 12 to 18, that will be plus 6. Wow, 18 to 24, that will be plus 6. Saw that? So the increment is now consistent. Here is plus 6, here is plus 6. And therefore, this sequence is cubic sequence, alright? So imagine I was using a pencil to do this. Now you have to erase, okay? I'm just showing for YouTube teaching purpose. Alright, so this one you already found out is cubic sequence. Now, what you can do after you found out is a cubic sequence, right? Immediately lay out 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube. Alright, how many numbers to put as the cube numbers depend on how many numbers that is being shown to you. Alright, so teacher can see there are 5 terms, 5 numbers, then you lay out until 5 cube. Alright, go ahead and use your calculator, find out what are all these numbers. Alright, so 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125. Alright, now all these are your cube numbers. You lay out like this: 1, 8, 27, 64, and finally 125. Okay, try to replicate the question, so you put a comma and put dot 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 like that. Okay, underline. Alright, the next part right here is to think from your cube numbers just now, how do they become the top number? How do they become the number for the sequence, right? For example, how 1 become 8? Teacher realized the pattern is +7. How 8 become 15, right? How 8 become 15? Oh, again, it's +7, right? See the pattern? 27 become 34. Again, that is +7, +7, and +7. So straight away, you found the pattern is consistently to be +7. You already can find the n term. You can write the n term. The n term is the formula where n cube just have to +7. You will get the sequence of 8, 15, 34, 71, and 132. So we are going to log in the final answer now. N cube plus 7. Alright. Don't believe me, you can use your calculator and check 3 times. The first position where n equals to 1. Right? You can try 1 cube and then plus 7. Your formula. So you get 8. The second sequence is where n equals to 2. So you need to put 2 cube. Alright, you can test your formula and check your answer. +7, so 15. Again, you can get your sequence 15. So that's how you check whether your n term is working or not, right? Whether your n term is correct or not. So this is correct. Alright, so for fraction, question B is slightly more challenging because you need to know a few things. Alright, number 1, you need to know that each of these terms, they have their own positioning, right? The positioning, we call it n equals to 1 for positioning number 1, n equals to 2 for this position, right? Sorry, n equals to 3 for this positioning, and so on and so forth, right? So this position is n equals to 4, n equals to 5, right? To do a fraction kind of sequence, right, you need to divide the top numbers as one set and the bottom number as another set. So you focus on the top part and the bottom part separately. So let's do the top part first. Do the top part. Alright, so your n term, right, definitely will have top part answer and bottom part answer right now. So let's do the top part answer. Think about it. When we substitute n equals to 1, right, we should be getting 2. When we substitute n equals to 2, the result should be getting 3. So you saw the pattern right here, right? Right, when we substitute n equals to 3, we should be getting 4. Immediately you can see the pattern. It should be n plus 1. Whatever that we substitute for n, the moment you plus 1 will get the value. Alright, so this is the top part answer. Now, bottom part needs some practice a little bit. So you just focus on 1, 4, 16, 64, 256. Check. Alright, I realized that, hey, 4, 16 are very, very familiar. 16 is actually 4 squared. Alright, and just now teacher got right over here. 4 cube is actually 64. So I realized, oh, this number is actually 4 cube. And we know that 4 is actually 4 power of 1, right? How is this 1? Because this is actually 4 power of 0. Alright, I can prove to you 4 to the power of 0. Alright, you should be getting 1. And this positioning, 256, definitely is 4 power of 4. Why don't we try that? Alright, 4 power of 4. Alright, 256 indeed. Alright. You notice that all of these, right, the bottom numbers have a base of 4. Definitely we have to put in 4. Alright. And the top numbers, right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you need to play with the sequence a bit. Think about it. When I put n equals to 1, I should be getting the top number 0. When I put n equals to 2, the top number for this one, I should be getting 1. Right? When I put n equals to 3, the power for this 4, right, this top number right here, should be getting 2. So the sequence right here, right, when I put n, I will have to minus 1. So this one, you definitely need to practice a little bit, and you can get this answer already. Alright, so the n term is n plus 1 over 4 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, so that is the answer. Question 17. So you can see make x the subject, but the formula provide you 2x's over here. So it shows that you need to factorize at some part of the formula or the working. Alright, so let us start. First step, anything at the bottom, right, you kick towards left hand side. So I am gonna kick and become multiply. Alright, so this one you rewrite again, 3x minus 2. Okay, here we have to expand, no choice. So y times 1, you get y. Y times negative x, you will get negative x. Y equals to, here you continue to copy your right hand side. Okay, now all your x's you can actually make at one side. So I'm going to bring this one towards right hand side. Minus 2, you go to the left hand side. Okay, so watch. This one, minus 2 comes here, become plus 2. 3x is already on the right, remain. This one minus xy, shift it towards right hand side to become plus xy. Okay, so from here, right, this part you copy back. Here we need to factorize. Okay, so teacher is going to factorize x. That's how you get 3 plus y over here. Okay, so we make x having only single 1x right now, already factorized out. So another thing that you can observe here, side by side means multiply. So I'm going to shift the whole bracket down to become divide. So y plus 2 over the bracket was 3 plus y equals to x. So I shift this whole thing downward to become divide over here. So we already have the answer actually. So y plus 2 over 3 plus y. Or you want to write y plus 3 is the same. So we can write like y plus 2 over y plus 3. So that is the answer. Okay, so let's move on to question 18. Question 18, I can see a triangle, right? The diagram shows some land in the shape of triangle ABC. Alright, so we have a triangle. Houses are built on this land. Alright, each house requires 400 meters square of a land. Okay, here's the clue. I can see the area unit meter square. So this question must have something to do with area. Find the greatest number of houses that can be built on this land. Alright, so we are going to use the area of triangle formula. Now we cannot use half times base times height. We have to use another one. It's half AB sine C. Okay, half AB sine C. So your A and B is the length of the sides, 2,300 and 800. So we are going to substitute whatever that we know. 800. Let me write properly. 800. Alright, another one, 2,300. Sine your angle, so sine 30 degree. Alright, let's find out the area of this triangle. So from here, teacher is going to use calculator. 0.5 times 800 times 2,300. So usually I won't be greedy and type one shot. I will press equal first, then multiply with sine 30. Alright, bracket close and press equal. So teacher can see the answer is for 460,000 meter square. 460,000 meter square. Okay, so that is the area of this whole triangle, and each house will require 400 meter square, right? So how many number of houses you can build, you will have to divide now. Take your land area, 460,000 divided by 400. Let's see how many we can build. So using this answer, don't press anything, so we divide by 400. Okay, 1150, 1150 houses. There you go, that is the answer. So 1150 number of houses. Question 19, write as a single fraction in its simplest form. So when you do this kind of question, right, you need to make sure the denominator are the same for both of the fractions. So right now we have to do the multiplication a little bit. So this side, right, this fraction times 7 top and bottom. For this fraction, you need to multiply with x plus 3, alright? So x plus 3 top. At the bottom also need to multiply with x plus 3. Alright, this way is a technique to get the denominator same. So let us begin. 2 times 7 will get you 14. At the bottom you write 7, then x plus 3. Alright, I wouldn't expand first. Let's see what we can do. Alright, the top part already having 2 terms, x plus 2, bracket. Here, copy x plus 3. Alright, divided by, let me draw. Alright. So again, this one, 7 first, and x plus 3, alright? So you will notice that the denominator is now same. Okay, so what I like to do, the top part minus, you copy back, and then this thing also you copy back at the top, alright? So 14 minus, so here we are going to copy x plus 2, x plus 3, and we are going to combine as a single fraction. So this thing I wouldn't expand first, just keep copying like this. Alright, so what we are going to do next is to expand this using FOIL, and let's see from there. Alright, so 14 copy back minus copy back, let's use FOIL. Okay, so you will get x squared, remember to bracket, okay, because here we have to multiply with -1 soon. So FOIL, x squared, outside will be 3x, inside will be 2x, last 6. Alright, keep copying and show your working. So x plus 3, alright, so here I can see that 3x and 2x you can simplify, so we are going to do that. X squared plus 5x plus 6 divided by 7, then x plus 3. Okay, now here's the part where students always make mistake. Initially they forget to put bracket, that is the mistake. Alright, when you put a bracket, right, what you gotta do is you gotta think like there's a -1, you need to multiply in for all this whole bracket thing. So we are going to open up minus x squared minus 5x, notice the sign all changes, so minus 6 over 7x plus 3. Okay, so we need to simplify the top part. So when you simplify, you will get what is this? I can see 8 minus 5x minus x squared over this thing, 7x plus 3. Okay, I can see a quadratic equation on top, right? So I suspect maybe still can simplify. So we need to use our calculator to find out. Alright, so click on mode. I am gonna find 5 equation. So quadratic is number 3. Click number 3. So key in your A. A is in front of x squared, so -1 equal. B is -5 equal. C is +8 equal. Alright, so when you get something like this, it means that you cannot simplify further, right? It's not a double bracket anymore. Alright, so this will be the answer that I will log in over here as my final answer. Question 20 is solving trigonometric equation. So let us start. Usually when you have the degree from 0 to 360 degree, right, you have 2 answers most of the time, okay? So first step, teacher already copied the question, alright? Now, I can see that these 2 is like side by side, means multiply, right? Shift 3 towards the other side to become a divide first. So 2 plus cos x equals to 5 over 3, alright? 3, move it here. Next, these 2 you are free to move. I'm gonna move it over there. So cos x equals to 5 over 3 minus 2, alright? You are going to copy cos x first and use calculator to solve this. So teacher is going to use fraction 5 over 3 minus 2. Okay, find out. Okay, I can see negative 1 over 3, copy, negative 1 over 3. Alright, next step is to solve for x, right? I'm going to shift cos towards the other side to become like this, inverse or shift cos, negative 1 over 3. Alright, find out what's the value of x, the first answer. So shift cos and press answer. Alright, find out 109.47. so 109.47 is your first answer already. Now always check for more answers. I'm going to show you how. Alright, here I will suggest the students to use your pencil, right, and find out which one will get you the answer. Alright, let me show you how. So I will write 109.47 plus 180 degree. Another one, use 180 degree minus this value, 109.47. Okay, and lastly you take 360 degree minus this value. Alright, let's find out all of this. So let's use calculator and solve this 3 first. I'm trying to check. Imagine this is using pencil to find out. 109.47 plus 180 degree. So 289.47, 289.47 degree. Next, I'm going to check the second one. 180 minus 109.47. Click on this button, 70.53, 70.53. The last checking is 360 minus 109.47. 109.47. Okay, what is this? 250.53. 250.53. Alright, now this one is a technique. Alright, I have new angles formed. Now you are going to substitute each of these angle, right, into here. Alright, here, sorry. Okay, so cosine each of these, 289.47. Do we get this or not? If you are getting this negative 1 over 3, then that will be the answer. So let us start. Alright, let me move it over here so that you can see. Cosine, okay, 289.47. 289.47. Close. I get a positive 0.3333, right? No, that's not the answer. Our answer should be aiming for a negative version. Alright, cos 70.53. 70.53. Next. Equal. Again, is the positive version, so it's not this answer. Last. 250.53. Let's do that. Cosine 250.53. Close it. Okay, so we get this answer. That is the negative 1 over 3 actually. So if you click negative 1 over 3, you should be getting roughly like this, 0.33333, right? So teacher can log in this final answer, 250.53 also. Alright, so there are two answers, 109.47 and 250.53. Alright, so these two is actually not correct, but we found out this one to be satisfied of this equation. So there you go, there are two answers. Question 21. So the diagram shows a pyramid ABCDE. Fantastic. The pyramid has a square horizontal base ABCD with a side 5 cm. Okay, so always make sure geometry they label the diagram. The vertex E is vertically above the center O of the base. Okay, vertex E directly above. So what does this means is that the origin or O here is right in the middle of AC. Okay, this O is right in the middle of AC. Next info, the height OE of the pyramid is 9 cm. So make sure they label. Alright. Calculate the angle that AC makes with the base ABCD. Alright. So find out where's EC. This is the base. So you need to draw a line over here. Alright. So bad the line. Alright, so let me draw properly. Okay, much better. So the angle is here. You are supposed to find this angle. Alright. Angle EC together with the base. Alright. So obviously we need to know OC. See the question. We definitely need to find out OC. But before we can find out OC, you have to find AC first, okay? So let's find AC first. I will have to write AC equals to, okay, observe. So let me use another color. So can you see this triangle lying on the bottom? A, B, C, like this. Okay, so observe this triangle at the bottom. So if teacher were to draw outright, you can see like this. So A, C, this is 5, this is 5, this is 90 degrees. So use your Pythagoras theorem, okay? Use your Pythagoras theorem. Right, AC square, alamak, change. AC square equals to 5 square plus 5 square. Okay, so what is AC? AC is square root. This one, 5 square plus 5 square. What is this? Okay, let's use the calculator to assist us. First step, 5 square plus 5 square. Press equal first, followed by square root, answer. Okay, so I see a lot of decimal numbers, so we can actually copy this first. 5 square root 2, no problem. 5 square root 2. So we know the length of AC already. Now we can find out the length of OC. So OC is actually halfway of AC. Right, check your diagram. OC is halfway of your AC, so you're gonna take the answer from here divided by 2. So if I were to write divide by 2, right, you can straight away write like this, 5 over 2, then square root 2, like that. Okay, maintain, that is the length of OC. Alright, let's proceed to do this triangle. So if you can observe, I am going to use this color now. Observe EOC, E, O, and C, right? Previously, you already found out what is the length of OC. So if I were to label the diagram, 5 over 2 square root 2. 5 over 2 square root 2, okay? So you are going to use your trigonometry here. So you have opposite, adjacent is this, alright? So let me start writing the trigonometry. Tangent. Tangent, let's label theta. The angle that we are trying to find is theta. Okay, this one, we label here theta, right? Tangent theta is 9 over the adjacent, which is this actually, 5 over 2 square root 2. 5 over 2 square root 2. Okay, now use your calculator, find out what is this. I will copy tangent first just to make it easy for you. Alright, let's find out what is this. Take this answer just now, right? Focus, take this answer just now, divided by 2. So you can see, right? This is the function over here. So now you're gonna take 9 divided by this. 9 divided by answer. Okay, so wow, once again they show this. So let's copy 9 square root 2 over 5 this time. Okay, now shift tangent and we will find the answer already. So shift tangent, copy everything again, equals to, right, here we go. Shift tangent, answer. Alright, this button is very useful. Learn how to use this button, alright? So press equal. 68.55. 68.55 degree. So let me find out the answer. 68.55 is indeed correct, alright? So that is the final answer. 68.55. There you go. That's question 21. Okay, question 22 is indices. So we are going to do this question right now. It's a 1 mark question, I see. Alright, so x2 over 3. Whenever you see like a fraction line, right, that's actually divide. Okay, copy back this over 8 over 3, right? It's quite small. Okay, so whenever you see a divide, right, how to combine is actually the power minus the power over here. So let's combine. 2 over 3 minus 8 over 3. Okay, so hopefully I didn't see wrongly. We're gonna use the calculator now. Fraction 2 over 3 minus, hold on, minus 8 over 3. What is this? Negative 2, right? Or minus 2. So we are going to write x to the power of minus 2. Okay, 1 mark. Right? So this question B right here, where you need to find the value of k, I give you a hint. Usually the numbers are square numbers or cube numbers. You just need to find out 64, is it a cube number or a square number? 16, is it a cube number or a square number? Usually it's like that, right? So let me see. 16 is definitely a square number because I know 4 square is 16. Alright, so I suspect 64 should be related to base 4. Let me find out. Alright, so let me show you. 4 square is 16 indeed. Let's find out what is 4 cube. 4 cube. Ah, there you go. See, 4 cube is 64. So let's change them to base 4. Alright, so 16, you change it into 4 square equals to 64 is 4 cube. 4 cube. And then k is actually a power, right? So you have to write on top. Alright, from here, you can use by comparison. Right, by comparison. So you just need to open your eyes big, right? The top power is going to be equal to the top power. Straight away, you're going to write 2 equals to 3k. And then you're going to bring 3 towards the side. So that's how you find k. K is actually 2 over 3. There you go. 2 over 3. Now, mathematics can check answer, right? Go ahead and check by substituting this back into here. Alright? So let me show you how. 64 to the power of 2 over 3. So is it getting 16 again? Let's find out. 3 equals 16. There you go. So we can check. 64 to the power of 2 over 3 will indeed get us 16. So that's how we know this answer is correct. Again, it's a 1 mark question, right? Straightforward. Alright, last question C, solve. Ah, I see what's going on, right? They are testing a lot of different laws of indices, right? So first step, you are going to copy this. Alright, definitely they try to test whether you know reciprocal rule or not. We're going to change 1 over 9 into base 3 first. Okay, so 9 is actually 3 square. So you show this working. Alright, show this working. Copy the back. Copy the top power, right? Copy equals to 3. Alright, show this. Now, another time that you can actually convert this back up. Alright, the fraction, convert it back up to a negative indices. Let me show you. Multiply. So when I convert back up, you will get like this. 3 to the power of negative 2. Close this power, copy back. 4 minus 3x equals to 3. Alright, now here they test you another law of indices over here, right? With your bracket, power side by side, you have to multiply the power. It's like an expansion. Alright, so let me expand the other part first. Alright, no wonder it's a 3 marks question. A lot of things to do. Here we are going to expand. Negative 2 times 4, that will be negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 3x, that will be plus 6x. Copy back, this one equals to 3. Alright, here is the next step. When you have a multiplication of base 3 and base 3, same base, the powers will have to plus with the power over here. So combine them, 3x plus, now put a bracket for these two terms so that we can expand safely, equals to 3. Alright, nice and easy. So positive, negative will become negative, positive, positive will become positive. Open up the bracket as if like you're doing expansion. So 9 minus 8, sorry, plus 6x equals to 3. Notice I keep writing equals to 3. Keep bringing the working downward. Alright, so here you are going to simplify so teacher can see 9x minus 8 equals to, alright, here they never show you anything, right? The powers on top they never show you because that is power of 1. So always remember that when they don't show you any number, it's power of 1. Alright, let me write properly. This 3 need to write properly. Okay, So now same technique, by comparison, this power is going to be equals to 1, okay? So 9x minus 8 equals to 1. Now you're going to move left and right, right? So 9x equals to 9x equals to 1, right? So I divide 9 over 9 really. So x equals to 1. So is it really true? You can always check your answer by substituting back into here. So I will do that just to prove to you. Remember, x is 1, okay? So if I put 1 over here, you will get 4 minus 3, which is power of 1, alright? So if I put 1 over here, it will be 3 to the power of 3. So 3 to the power of 3 multiply with 1 over 9. Let's see. 1 over 9. Oops, I have to press right, closed it. Indeed, I can see my final answer is 3, which is matching, so your answer is correct here. Alright, there you go. That is the last question of this paper.
Hi parents, teachers and students, so this is teacher Alvin. I really hope you enjoyed the past year paper video just now. I'll be doing more exam paper. I think I'll be doing the October-November series from 2019 all the way to 2021, just in time for your 2022 paper. So don't forget to like the video if you really enjoy it, and also subscribe to the channel for more mathematics tips and tricks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.